Breaking at 5, new details on the last sighting of quadruple murder suspect Austin Drummond as federal, state, and local authorities plead with him to turn himself in. We just heard from the head of the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation. Director David Roush says the most recent sighting of Drummond happened Wednesday in Jackson, Tennessee, which is where they found the car he was driving abandoned on a dead-end road. Roush says Drummond committed an inhumane crime, but showed some humanity when he did not hurt the 7-month-old baby of murder victims Matt Wilson and Adriana Williams.
There was an act after the event that we believe shows some humanity, and so we're appealing to that piece. As inhumane as the situation is, but we're appealing to that within this individual to come to us and tell us what happened. Right? Let us work through this and figure out what happened.
Roush says the last few days have been extremely difficult for everyone involved, and his heart goes out to the family devastated by Drummond's alleged crimes. Now, there is a $15,000 reward being offered for information leading to his arrest and conviction, with half of that money being provided by the U.S. Marshal Service. Marshal Tyrese Miller stressed anyone with knowledge of Drummond's whereabouts is eligible to claim that money.
You've given us the information and you will get paid, no questions asked. So that is the priority, is for him to turn himself in. But if not, then that reward does stand and we will gladly take him into custody.
Miller also stressed law enforcement is unified in its effort in bringing Drummond to justice, saying it's not if, but when they find him. Now, before we got that new information, we spent the day taking a closer look at Austin Drummond's criminal history, and we found more evidence of violence, including during his 2014 robbery trial. These court records from Madison County, Tennessee, show a grand jury indicted Drummond on 13 counts of retaliation for past action, for threatening the clerk at the gas station he robbed in 2013 and threatening all 12 jurors at his trial. Drummond did plead guilty to all 13 of those counts and received another 3 years tacked on to his 10-year prison sentence. Now, according to the Associated Press, Drummond also got into trouble while in prison, racking up more than 24 disciplinary issues, including possession of a deadly weapon, assault, refusing a drug test, and gang activity. Federal, state, and local authorities all stress while they consider the Lake County murders an isolated incident, Austin Drummond is dangerous. Anyone who sees him should not approach him and instead dial 911 or call local law enforcement.